There we go. Hey folks, I'm rocking my Team Mystic shirt because I actually bought it from someone in the local area when I thought I was going to be playing this game for more than 2 months. Silly me. Anyway, so if you hadn't seen, I posted on G Plus on my profile two problems from my homework from my genetics class. Now, we all know C. Brown, biologist, layman extraordinaire, proclaims he knows quite a bit about many of these subjects, which, quite frankly, he doesn't, but we'll roll with it, right? And I wanted to honestly see how much he knew, because I've never proclaimed to be an expert in genetics or hell any of this shit, but genetics is one of those classes that I was really waiting on because I don't know a lot about it, and I can genuinely go into a biology class and not know something. That's a good feeling because I'm more in tune with what's happening instead of me falling asleep. So one of the problems, well, I had there's about 6 problems. I only picked 2 because they're kind of big and it takes up a lot of space. And needless to say, I already knew what was going to happen. So for those of you who thought, well, Drag posted that he already knew, yeah, you're right. To show you, this is the sketch. There you go. That's a Punnett square. You can see me trying to figure out, and then that's a pedigree of me. It's wrong. Don't worry about it. But one thing that I like about Professor Kerr Gunther's class is that all of her homework, all of her problems and stuff that she puts on there, they're genetic. They're generic genetic questions. They're genetic. I keep saying that, generic biology questions that you can find online. So a good student goes, well, you know what? Let me try. Let me try and attempt some of this stuff before I go and just look it up and turn in, because you do kind of need to know how to do it. So here's what actually happened. I was supposed to go over, well, actually the whole class, all 5 of us, we're supposed to go over the homework and see where we went wrong. That was kind of the point. Unfortunately, we had a snow day here in good old Maryland, and we didn't have class. So I came in for my tutoring on this last Friday, and I saw Professor Kerr Gunther in the hallway, and I said, hey, before she started class, I tried the homework. I'm having some hiccups. We're going to go over it on Monday, right? She said, yeah, of course. You know how to do it. Binomial expansion. You know how to do it. And she was reassuring me that I knew how to do it. And I was like, I don't know about that. But I said, fine. I said, okay, well, I'm going to go look it up online and see where I went wrong. And then when I come in for class Monday, then you can go over it step by step, right? So as I was doing this, I noticed a similarity between what C. Brown had posted and what I found online. The first Yahoo Answers link, which, by the way, Rational Mind had already graded for him, and he thanked Rational Mind for doing it and said, oh, what the fuck did he say? Let me get it word for word instead of paraphrasing C. Brown, because that's asking for trouble. So he posts a lot of stuff. Well, his first response is, let me wait till I get home. This is going to take me a while, which is to be expected. You can't do this stuff on the phone. There's no way. So that's what I expected him to say, which is nothing nefarious. But then he kind of went into Mary Schweitzer stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea what I just ignored that. So Rational Mind took the time to actually grade this for him. And let me find it. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, so here's the part. Total marks 2.1 out of a possible 6. You might have scraped a passing mark of 3 of 6 if you had actually answered the final 2 questions, but it's just explaining to him why he only earned that so many points, hypothetically speaking, right? So C. Brown replies something with evolutionists believe, common fish, faith, whatever. Just the same bullshit that really indicates that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And Rational Mind's like, you're on the wrong thread. Heard of, private messaging tagging. So we go down a little bit. C. Brown says this. Alright, this is about 5 days ago. Rational Mind, no, I appreciate you grading. Period. That's just a little bit too time consuming, and I'm not that great at I did my best. And then on that, he said, Rational Mind, I haven't even had time to go over to see where I might have made some mistakes. Where I might have made some mistakes. When he's talking about himself. Now, he's not indicated in any way, shape, or form that, anything other than this is his work. Rational Mind says, fair enough. Well, if it's any consolation, you did much better than Ronnie or Neffy could have done. So Rational Mind's giving him some credit. C. Brown says, Rational Mind, you don't know that. That's not my strong suit. Should have been our first hint. And then we kind of, Rational Mind talking about Ronnie and Neffy and their inability to do anything. And so I made some statements about a misunderstanding he had when he got off topic about something about fish. And so last night I said, you know what, Rational Mind, he plagiarized someone else's work. I just made another post showing where he got it from. Here's where it gets interesting, folks. So now he says, Dragknight, yeah, right. Some stuff I copy-pasted after I explained what I was referring to. See? As a reference, that's its own sentence. That's weird. And many times it placed quotation marks. And so many times I have to repeat myself over and over again to different evolution that I sent links and described what I was talking about. I find you to be dishonest. I watched a video of you and Steve, and you absolutely mischaracterized pretty much everything I said, and you never was about to tell me how we go from aquatic ancestor to human ever. You never even was able to give me details about this common ancestor. And he said something about CRISPR and anaerobic something. So you can find this thread, by the way, on my page. I already took screenshots. So he said something interesting. So he put quotation marks, right? There's no quotation marks. There's none. And I knew he was going to lie, so I already took screenshots before he could do any editing. So if he tries that, I have receipts, motherfucker. So yep, I'm looking at the one that because it was problem. He did problem 2 first, then he did problem 1. No quotation marks. He literally says for problem 1, he hits return, breakdown on number 1, colon. The man had a normal mother who was recessive DD, so he must be heterozygous, capital D, lower D. And then everything after the colon, everything underneath it, the probability, this weird I guess this is a binomial expansion or something. I'm not. Yeah, okay, so it's a binomial expansion. It's really weird looking. That's all copied. There's no quotations here. So I guess he thought he went back and edited and forgot, or it didn't save, or whatever. And so anyway, folks, that's kind of the series of events that happened here. All it shows is that we have, yet again, another fucking Clown Car Posse member who's just blatantly lying. And it's sad. It's really sad. And when you go and look, it's word for fucking word the same. So rather than saying, you know what, I tried doing it, I just looked up the answer, I figured it was right, whatever, fuck you. I would have accepted that you didn't just say, you know what, I was just lazy. But for him to try and pass it off as his work, and then go back and say that everyone else is being dishonest, like, it blows my mind how dishonest these folks are. These supposedly Christian folks, so blatantly dishonest that he cannot admit to first lying and losing someone else's work and passing it off as his own, which is in a way stealing, but it's fine. But then turning around and saying that everyone else is being dishonest for recognizing that he lied. But, this is what the institution of creation research has brought forth. These are their students. This is who they are. The fucking Ronnies and C. Browns and Neffys. The incompetent bunch. The fucking spawn of idiocy. Like it's so painful to watch people this fucking stupid. Like there's no way for me to put this into words because it's so mind blowing. I showed a coworker of mine, and first I showed her the screenshots side by side. She's like, "Yeah, he copied it." Mind you, she knows nothing about C. Brown. Nothing. She knows I'm on the internet talking to people. That's about it. I said, "Take a look at that. Tell me what you think." She's like, "Yeah, he copied it and pasted it there. It's from 4 years ago." First thing she noticed. And so as she's going through reading Headless Chicken, reading Colliding Membranes, reading everybody's comments, she said the same thing that they're saying, almost word for word. But how about this? How about go get Neffy, tag True, tag C. Brown. I'll be getting more homework. The second I get it, I'll send it. I'll post it up here, and then I'll submit 2 copies. I'll submit my answers, and I'll submit their answers to Professor Amrutha Kurguntula, and we'll let her grade it. Who is a Christian, by the way, a devout Christian. So I want to hear the excuses. Please give me your excuses. I want to hear them. I will thrive on them. I will eat them. They will be like these dum-dums. Please, by all means. Because this is just fucking pathetic. So, there we have it, folks. It takes so much more effort to be this dishonest than to say, you know what? Here's what I believe. I think there's evidence for it. I'll get back to you when I find it. I mean, you couldn't really argue with that. It's like, okay, well, you're holding a position that's not as defensible as you think, but you're not lying. You're not fabricating evidence, to back up the bullshit that you believe in. No. This is sad. I see why he doesn't go to school, because he'd have been kicked the fuck out instantly. No. Hell, if I found this, imagine a professor who actually has access to, anti-cheating, anti-plagiarism software. Of course they're going to find it. It was the first fucking result on Yahoo. The first result on Google with Yahoo Answers. And you can actually read in there the answers. Like, they didn't even try. If he was sneaky, he would have waited to maybe the 3rd page of Google, which no one goes to. Just try to, be a little bit stealthy about it. Mix up the words a little bit, at least, do something with that binomial expansion. I don't know. Whatever, right? Anyway, this has gone on too long. I just want to let folks know I was amazed too. I had no idea that he was this dumb. That I had an idea, I had an inkling that he may be fucking stupid, but this takes the cake. This is Ronnie level fucking stupid. Ronnie level stupid. That's so stupid it burns. Like a grease fire at Wendy's. Anyway, that's it, folks. I'll give you some updates as they become available. But I'm going to be laughing at this for a while. And you should too, because it's fucking hilarious.